Hello everyone, I'm Zhao Zhanghao from matech. Now let me introduce the products of glossy surface clothing series to you. The Surface Box, as the name suggests, is hanging on the wall, or when the overall construction conditions are not convenient for installation, exposed boxes may be your best option. The panel has a transparent panel. In addition, there are white and black double-hole mesh boards to choose from. The transparent panel provides a direct view of the internal structure, including your later maintenance and inspection. But what about the white and black punched mesh panels, more suitable for special decoration styles? For example, industrial style and LOFT style. And I'm going to use premise as an example. I explain the structure of the product and some of its characteristics. Open the panel. We can see that all our current premise famous equipment series have the structures, slide rail and frame. Let me introduce them one by one. Let's take premise as an example. We match this premise famous outfit with a transparent panel. First of all, we can see that the box material is 1.2mm cold rolled steel. The surface treatment process uses the process of spraying. The Surface Box is equipped with this magnetic door lock, because in the process of use, the open box is originally a special environment, in order to allow the equipment to operate normally without external human interference. The second is to ensure that it operates safely while preventing accidental touch. The third is that the main reason why we match the door lock is because the later maintenance is carried out by a special person. The handle of the box is made of high-quality aluminum, wood extrusion banding. The surface of the handle is treated by anodizing and sandblasting. The logo on it can be customized according to your different needs. If you have any needs, you can contact your respective sales. When installing the panel of the Surface Box, we need to find such 3 accessories in the accessory bag. One is a hex wrench, one is a panel screw and a nylon gasket. Then we fix the screw here. It should be noted that this nylon gasket needs to be installed in the gap between the hinge and the panel. When installing, you need to tighten it with a hexagonal wrench. This is the overall effect of the installation. Let's look at the back structure of the box. The open box is different from the dark box. It has 5 hanging holes. You may have questions. Why the above is 3, the following is 2, and I'm here to explain it to you. In fact, when we install the box independently, we will find that the Surface Box is very heavy. It's hard to pretend if you pretend alone. Then we design the hanging hole in the middle. The original intention is that when you fix the box, you can fix the hanging hole in the middle first. After you fix the middle hanging hole, you can more conveniently adjust the horizontal position of the box. Then after you adjust it, fix the 4 screws of 1234. After you fix it, the box will be correct as a whole. Different from the dark packing, this box has 2 upper and lower inlets. On the other hand, there are wire entry holes all around the dark box, but the Surface Box, because it is hung on the wall, so the line will give priority to the back hole, to enter the line and exit the line. There are many dealers who get the famous packing. He will ask you how to solve the heat dissipation problem of this box. Then, in order to solve this problem, we will leave a hidden heat dissipation trend between our panel and the box. It is the natural wind that facilitates internal circulation that brings out the heat emitted by the modules inside. The packing is composed of the full cover plate above and the full covers below. Inside is the same as our standard grounding row of matech. In the Surface Box, we can see that we are equipped with a cable rack. The purpose of the cable management rack is to tie and manage the wires when you connect the modules in the future. Let's take the module after the wiring is completed as an example. We can see that all our cable stands are used for wiring. All the accessories we match as standard. Agent has cable ties. You can tie the thread to this cable stand, able to keep the interior of your cabinet clean and tidy. we can see that the two sides of the surface box are still the same as the premise concealed series. Equipped with magnetic strap, it can prevent you from slipping when adjusting the distance of the slide rail. The two sides of the door, including our overall aluminum wire frame and aluminum wire groove, it can be disassembled for the installation, wiring and debugging of a module. This is the overall effect of our Bosch famous series slide rail structure after connecting the module. We're going to close the lid. Our large cool cover is to cover our row of terminal blocks. While using the large cover, there is a small detail that requires your attention. Get the cover of our cool. We can see that we have 4 of them up, down, left, right, of round holes. What is its purpose? That is to say, when you close this cover, don't we have a row of terminal blocks below us, including some missteps by some non-professionals. If there is a problem with the use of your entire module, we use this small screw, and we attach it directly to our freestanding mount. Then we need to cover one of the incoming and outgoing lines of the module with a new cover later. This is an actual effect of installing the cover plate as a whole in our surface-mounted slide rail structure. Let's take a look. Yifei, you can't use so much for the terminal block here. You could say, well, maybe I only use part of it. Then isn't this terminal behind me wasted? If you need to install equipment in this part, including drawing or some other equipment, if you think this cover may not be used, then you can ask our sales staff for this kind of height increasing pad to increase the height of this independent bracket. This way, all the equipment inside can be covered. When installing the height increase pad, we need to remove the independent bracket on this one. We've got heightening pads. It has heads and tails. We need to bring this side. Mounted on the lower edge of our independent bracket, these two have a counterpart, a line nut. Then fix it with an extended screw. This completes the installation. If you think the wiring of your module as a whole is not very beautiful, you can also ask me for such dual-use accessories. The fixing method of our dual-use accessories is directly fixed on the independent bracket. Then we put 2 new covers on the side. So it's a completely enclosed state. And if a customer would say, hey, I want it to be like this between my cover and the module, then the distance below me will be larger. Then you can adjust the distance between them by yourself to ensure that it is completely covered on top of the module. Bosch famous installation slide series. The length of its single row guide rail is 28 horses. What is the concept of 28 horses? What about this row of guide rails? This rail holds 28 switches. If there is no empty opening, it will be converted into a module. This guide rail can be installed with 7 such modules. If there is a gap in the guide rail during the overall installation process, or there is a shortage on the single row of guide rails, you can fill it with our terminal blocks. The effect of the specific overall filling is as shown in the picture. Let's take the Bosch famous rack structure as an example. We can first see in the overall appearance. The frame structure is different from the slide rail structure. Rack structure, its 2 sides are fixed with frame hole, and different from the slide structure. The guide rail of the frame structure can only hold 24 horses, but the slide structure can be installed to a length of 28 horses. We start by removing the cover. We can see both sides of the rack structure are fixed with racks. Therefore, when adjusting the height of the top and bottom, it should be adjusted according to the rack hole. But the slide rail structure supports a sliding adjustment without level. That's one of the differences. The second is how they are installed as a whole. It is fixed with hexagon screws here. And let's take a look at the overall internal structure of the Bosch famous rack structure. We can see it. The difference is the slide rail structure of the famous installation series. We can see the slide rail structure Its first row is at default for women's military wire terminals, and the guide rail will be reserved for you. So when you choose the box where premise is installed with the rack structure, be sure to take note of this. Let's take a brand of modules as an example. I'm going to put it on for you to see. We can see that after we put the ignition card on, we put the covers on. We can see the whole thing as it's covered. We can see the line of the module. That is to say, when you choose premise to install the rack structure, it is very helpful to avoid the clutter of the lines in your field. It is more conducive to showing the whole box to the customer a better feeling. Let's take a look at another difference between the overall frame structure and the slide rail structure. Our rack structure is very accurate in the selection of modules, including the number of calculation modules. The box of my rack structure, its guide rail is fixed only 1 to 3, 4. Then my slide structure can be based on the number of modules you have. You can add or reduce the guide rails by yourself. This is where you need to pay attention when selecting the frame structure in the later stage. Then if you choose the distribution box of the weak current box later, our rack structure can also be changed. What kind of monitoring host? It is used in a weak current cabinet, including a hard disk recorder. What becomes standard inside is laminate, includes APDU power supply. This is all our standard. This is what you can also choose to use in the later project selection. It is to be used as a cabinet. In addition, our premise famous clothing series can also be customized and deepened according to your needs. Products include accessory packs. Please keep it safe while you receive it, in case of loss. If you have the demand for pure walls under decoration conditions, the SH series may be a better choice for you. Now I will show you the internal structure of the SH series of the doctor's name. First we open the lid. We can see that there is still a 0-row grounding rail inside, including our double-sided eye rails. And I'm going to show you one brand separately. You can see that it is a closed form after installing the panel. Bossy famous SH series cover plates are standard with this plastic quick bayonet. Its actual purpose is to better prevent your power from not conducting electricity during leakage. It can facilitate your daily maintenance and inspection. Here I show you a way to use the premise SH series quick buckle. First of all, let's find these accessories in the accessory bag. First cut the black one into both sides of the cover. Then align the cover plate with the hole in the box. And then finally, it has a plastic bayonet that looks like a nail. Just put it on the card. All well-known clothing series products are independently developed and innovated by Matech, and with all filed patents. If you have a problem during the use of the subsequent product, or if there is any doubt, you can contact me, included in the dynamics of the industry. I will also give you some answers. Thank you for your support of Matech. We will share with you as always.